So hello and welcome to episode 3 of the mouseTalks podcast. We've got the ears for the magic, a podcast where we'll share all we know about Disney World and why families have been loving the magic for over 40 years. So before we get started, I'd like to bring back our panel of hosts, and starting it out, we have Christian Markley from agilitygarden.com.
Hey, thank you for having me. I appreciate the invite. I know the first one got lost in the mail, but I definitely got this one. And I'm having a lot of fun. But as Terry said, I'm Christian. I'm here. Love Disney, love technology. Put the two together, and you have Disney technology. Maybe. I don't know. But we'll talk, we'll share, and we'll keep sharing with you because we love to hear ourselves record.
It's maybe the single most awkward introduction ever, but I love it. Thanks, Christian. Good to have you here. We got Saul from Philip Saul Photography. See if you can top that one.
So, I don't think I can. But hey guys, yeah, I'm back. Episode 3, super stoked. We're going to be talking about a lot of good stuff today. And just as we're talking, my Apple Watch vibrated, I guess we should say, haptic engine, and we got a follower that's new, and he's one of our friends, so we're very excited. You can find us on Instagram at mouseTalks, so go find us and like our photos, and we're gonna kick this thing off.
Awesome. And I'm Terry. I'm from the fairytalejourneysbyterry.com website for all your travel needs. Shameless plug.
Every episode.
I want to try to put as many as I can in there. And I'm one of the hosts of the Old Guys with Glasses podcast. So we love Disney, and we love coming to your commute or to your living room or wherever the hell you happen to listen to us today or tomorrow or the next day. And we just want to bring a little Disney into your life. And I think today's topic, we're going to condense the Magic Kingdom, or Magic Kingdom condensed.
Oh, like into a little snow globe where you shake it and you can see all the snow and everything.
Or like sweetened condensed milk.
Or just like that.
Okay, great.
Yeah, sweet and yummy. So I think we'll start it out by saying, Magic Kingdom. When you think of the Magic Kingdom, it is the cornerstone of Walt Disney World.
I would agree.
I know when Walt Disney was looking at the Florida project and looking to expand the theme park empire of Disneyland, he wasn't wanting to carbon copy Disneyland, but wanted to kind of make it things that he couldn't do in the little parcel that he had in Anaheim of land. And so the Florida project really, they bought a lot of land before the world found out that Disney was coming, so they bought it cheap, and most of it was swampland in Florida, and they did a lot of amazing things. And what came out of that was the Magic Kingdom, and it kind of sprouted up, and it's the vacation kingdom of the world. And so we're going to kind of look at the crown jewel and kind of do an overview, if you will, and see what that looks like, and some new stuff on the horizon for the Magic Kingdom. But we want to kind of break down the Magic Kingdom, and what it is it's a theme park with a hub and spoke idea, basically a very centralized jewel, if you will, which is Cinderella Castle, and then there's spokes that come off of that lead into each of the lands, and we're going to talk about each of the lands. But I think as you come in and start your day at the Magic Kingdom, Phil, there's some new news coming out of Florida right now.
Yes, there definitely is. One of my favorite things to do when I get to Disney is obviously go to Magic Kingdom, and my wife and I like to do rope drop. And for
Wait a minute.
Oh, sorry.
Rope drop.
Yes.
So, what is rope drop?
So rope drop. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
So rope drop is basically like you're standing in line waiting for something, and you can't get in until they drop the rope and let you in to your location you're trying to go to. And Disney does a very special rope drop at Magic Kingdom, and it used to be the train. You would stand out in front. You would basically scan your Magic Band. You'd get in. You use your park tickets. and you would wait out in front where I think it says like Celebrate the Magic in front of the train station, and the train would come in with Mickey. They would pick a, what do they call it, Family of the Day. Family of the Day. They'd come in, Mickey, Mouse, Minnie's there. There's a little song and dance, and then they open up the ropes or the gates, and then you can walk in to Magic Kingdom. But things are starting to change a little bit. It's become very popular to go.
Yeah.
It's very crowded. And so now, starting on January 9th, you're going to be able to actually enter into Magic Kingdom, walk up, which is the main first land. They call it Main Street USA, all the way up into the castle. And there's supposed to be some sort of entertainment or show to open up Magic Kingdom in front of the castle, which we don't really know what it is yet. And then from there, they will drop the ropes on the different lands, and you'll be able to enter into the park. So it should be a cool way to not be so claustrophobic. But we don't really know what it's going to be yet, but it is new for 2017, and we don't know how long it's going to be, if it's going to continue or not. But
I think, well, I know that the train and train station will be down for refurbishment during the initial portion of that, and I think that might be why this is happening. But I think it might continue if it's a success. If they feel like it disperses the guests quicker through, I think they'll keep it. I'm a little sad by it.
Me too.
I mean, I guess I'm kind of split, but I am sad because I like the train show.
Me too.
I like going to rope drop. I like to go all the parks on rope drop, but there's something special about that, and having Mickey and the Family of the Day come through, and the songs, the corny pre-recorded songs that they do.
It's the best.
It really is the best. But I think it's a good way for people to come in and be a little more relaxed, and go to the Starbucks on Main Street, go to the confectionery, get a Danish or something before because you're already hit by the smells when you go into Disney World. It's amazing, the smells, and so to be able to kind of partake in that relaxingly instead of waiting for the rush, I think it's going to be a good thing.
Yeah, the funnel effect. That's what I don't like about rope drop. Yeah. So you have hundreds of people out front waiting, and then they all have to funnel into these small doorways to get into Magic Kingdom. So if they could move a show that's just as good as the opening show in front of the castle and get rid of the funnel effect, I'll take my Starbucks and my chocolate Danish, and I'll love that. So I'm hoping for the best.
Then you can kind of leave into the lands.
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, I think I loved going to rope drops, because you get to kind of get a head start on your day. Because they're crowded, but in the big scheme of things, when 35,000 people are in the Magic Kingdom during a regular part of the day, there's only like 400 or 500 people at rope drop.
Right.
Because people don't want to get up that early, and so you get a head start on your day. And you can be a little strategic, and I think as our podcast goes along, we'll start talking about some of those strategies to make your day go a little bit quicker. But I want to see what this does, getting everybody toward the hub and toward the Cinderella Castle to kind of plan your day. Do I go to Adventureland first? Do I go to Fantasyland first? Do I go to Tomorrowland first? Which way do I go?
Right. One of the things that I'm kind of sad about is we always do an advanced dining reservation at Magic Kingdom at like Crystal Palace. And if you do it before rope drop, or you used to be able to do it before rope drop, you would just say, hey, I have a dining reservation. They would let you in, and then you get to take pictures in front of the castle with no one there.
Yeah.
So now they've kind of gotten rid of that, which stinks because there'll be people there. But I'm always ready for change, so I'm good for it.
You're still at Crystal Palace, there's still really nice photo opportunities there that people won't be in because it's behind a rope. Right,
and sometimes you have with rope drop, the Magic Kingdom might not open until 8. You can still do a dining reservation at 7:15, 7:30. So, not everybody will be going in that early. So I'm sure you can still snag those those photos. Those are always awesome, though.
So while we're talking about Main Street really it there's no attractions, if you will, but there's all kinds of Main Street transportation.
Yep.
You generally have the train station there. You have a fire truck that goes up and down. You have the trolley that goes up and down. So that's kind of neat the little bus. So those are great little side jaunts, if you will.
My favorite is the entertainment. So you have the mayor, who's always trying to get people to vote for him, which is just super fun. You have all the women and gentlemen in like the old timey the clothes, and they're fanning themselves with fans and asking you how your day is. And if you go a lot, like you can become friends with these people. It's just awesome, and their characters are just incredible. And I just love that. And you have the band. The marching band is fantastic. You have the trumpet players and a little drum line, and they come out, and
I love the Dapper Dans.
I was just gonna say that.
The acapella.
The barbershop quartet.
Yeah, they're great.
Right.
Especially
so like the little entertainment on Main Street USA they just tie it in perfectly. I love that.
And tons of shopping. Just it's kind
Don't
of
get my wife started.
It's quintessential shopping.
I know, I'm always trying to push her on a ride. She's like, "Oh, I need to buy that Dooney and Burke bag." I'm like, "No, you don't. You have 2 of them already."
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one's bigger. Okay.
And of course the popcorn. Oh, popcorn. Smell that popcorn already.
I can. I actually do.
So which land, as we're standing at the hub, on Main Street, at the end of Main Street, and we're trying to figure out which direction we're going to go. Where are we going to go first? Where are we going to start? Which land do we want to go to?
Ooh.
Now, strategically, if it was early in the morning, I think you want to get Fantasyland.
Especially
out
that
of the
they
way.
did the expansion like 3 or 4 years ago. That's probably the park. That's part of the part of the park that you want to get out. That's the land you want to go to. Very popular rides. Very.
So
especially because
early
Magic
on,
Kingdom is tuned more towards families, more towards younger children. Almost every ride in New Fantasyland and Fantasyland, you can ride with an infant.
Right.
So that is very popular to go there.
Yep.
Why don't we start there? That's fine.
Let's start there. So basically go through Cinderella Castle.
Which is fun.
Oh, it's fantastic. Except for when there's shows going on, because they use that staging area.
Right.
Then
you walk
have to
around
go
it.
around. So the castle is beautiful. And then go to in the New Fantasyland. My recommendation is to get a fast pass for Seven Dwarfs and go straight for Peter Pan. And I think we've talked in previous episodes about Peter Pan and how much fun that is.
Right.
But that doesn't handle crowds very well, so it's good to get that rolling early on.
Why doesn't it handle crowds well? You said, like, what do you mean?
Well, it is an omnimover. It's a constant feeding
Ride.
or
attraction.
so
Okay.
it never stops. But 4 people, 6 people get on this boat, that flies through, but it's not very fast.
I got you.
Where Haunted Mansion or
Even Winnie the Pooh moves quicker.
right, that those omnimovers that continue to move, but they move quick,
Okay.
and so it eats a lot of people. Peter Pan doesn't. It's really kind of slow, which is one of the reasons why Dumbo became 2 separate spinners, because it took forever to
ride it.
to get a crowd through, and so now there's 2 of them, and so it can feed a crowd through a little bit easier.
Okay.
So you were saying Seven Dwarfs.
yeah.
I agree. Do you know anything about Seven Dwarfs?
Like Snow White?
Yes.
Seven
Yeah.
Dwarfs? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Is there like a ride dedicated to them?
Yeah, actually, it just opened.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Like 3 years ago.
A couple years ago,
Yeah.
yeah. And
I've never rode it yet.
So it's a what I would consider to be a mini coaster.
Right.
It's not a high thrill coaster with very high mountains, but what makes it really cool is there's actually 2 components to it. Is the thrill component, and then there's a dark ride component. So the thrill ride component of it is up and down, lots of corners, but each individual car swings.
Oh.
Like a
And-
mine train car.
Like a main train car.
Oh, cool.
And
Okay.
so every ride is completely different, and
depending
Oh,
on the
wow.
momentum shift. And
Okay.
yeah.
I'm a bigger guy, so if I sit on one side, it's going to shift a little bit different. And
Yeah.
And if the
So it's
buffet
cool.
was before or after the ride, I got you.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. Tonga toast.
So that's kind of cool, and then it kind of goes into a dark ride, which by definition a dark ride is you go into a show building and it's intentionally set up as a theater of the mind, and you get to experience a flat and or animatronic features that are lit and set up like a stage.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's their story.
It's a story, right? The
Anybody
story,
who's
right.
ridden Splash Mountain, it's very
Right.
similar to Splash Mountain. Not wet, but as far as there's a story to Splash Mountain.
Yep.
Splash Mountain, it's the main part of the ride. The big drop is what everybody thinks Splash Mountain is, but there's a story to it.
Okay.
So it's their story
Right.
from the interwebs. I've ridden it via
Yeah,
my
right.
Apple TV, and it's super fun. I like doing that when I'm bored. But it looks really awesome. It looks really cool. One
Yeah.
thing I can say that I'm disappointed about it, and this is from an outsider looking in, because obviously I haven't read it, it's really short.
It is short, especially
So
if
the
you
amount
have
of
to wait in
time,
line.
I was just gonna say
Yeah.
that. So I think a fast pass for that is a necessity, because
Yeah.
sometimes it's a 3-hour wait, and I wouldn't want to wait for something that's like a minute and 15 seconds long.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty
wow.
short.
It's really short.
Yeah.
Now, I got lost there for a second. Sorry. So, you were making reference to Splash Mountain, but the ride that was very short for the wait was
7 Doors.
Seven
Mine
Doors.
Train.
Okay, just to make sure. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we're back in Fantasyland.
Sorry. Yeah, I got stuck in the swing mine train. I didn't
Yeah,
make
so-
it to the end of the cavern there.
No, it's good.
No, that's good.
And there's some real nice features about Seven Dwarfs that I'm looking.
It looks
forward-
really nice.
Yeah, yeah.
But a fast pass. I don't
Right.
know. Have we ever talked about fast passes yet?
Not yet.
No.
That I think I have a pretty good grasp on.
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
But I
Oh.
know that would be a great podcast, because I'm sure you really have to be very strategic in picking and
Yes.
choosing.
Yeah.
But as far as how you can and the rules, I don't. But when you say that, I have a good idea that you basically can get to the front of the line, so to speak, but you want to be very strategic. Not only you have a limited amount, but then there's certain rides that you definitely want to do those, but you might want to do it at 10 and not 6, or vice versa.
Right.
So,
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fast passes for our listeners. If you don't know, it's a way to kind of pre-plan your day and kind of get a specific time window. You have an hour time window that you can get on this ride and get front of the line access. It's really not front of the line; it's a faster moving line.
Probably most of the time when I've done it's 15 minutes tops usually when you're on the ride.
Yeah,
Oh wow, that's
So-
that's awesome.
so
yeah,
much
it's
shorter.
In that hour that you have, it's like a certain allotment of people have that hour.
Yeah.
Basically, I don't
Okay.
know how many hundreds it is, but it is hundreds, and
It's-
you're just waiting in that line for that hour. But it's usually 10 to 15 minutes you're on a ride, depending on how popular it is.
It's Disney's way to just distribute the crowds.
Wow, that's not bad at all.
No, it's pretty brilliant actually. So and I think your popular headliners are the ones you want to fast pass. Peter Pan is one to consider fast passing if you don't do it early on.
That's a good strategy, though.
Yeah,
Fast pass the one, get in line for the other.
yeah, that's kind of the mantra. That's a good strategy, and I know that we will do probably multiple episodes in the future based just on fast passes.
Oh, yeah.
and how to treat those. So let's say we're done with Fantasyland because we kind of got a good little overview of it. Oh wait, there's dining in Fantasyland.
Oh, there is that.
There is.
Wait, they have food there too?
They have-
Yes.
I know. It's beyond fantasy. Be Our Guest,
Ooh.
which is the popular.
I would say it's pretty much the flagship of Magic Kingdom at this point.
I think so too.
It's kind of taken over. I have not. Have you?
It's absolutely beautiful.
French,
I haven't-
right?
It is. French cuisine. It's actually Beast's Castle,
Right.
and the effects in it are just out of this world.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like different seasons. Like
Yeah.
the room changes, so it's like wintertime, and it'll change to summertime, and
Yeah.
that's really cool. It sounds awesome. That's on my list. We're going.
Yeah, and
Next trip.
and my recommendation on that is to not do dinner. Do the counter service lunch.
What was really
Would be our
interesting
guess.
about that restaurant is it does 3 meals, so breakfast, lunch, dinner. Breakfast and lunch are quick service, which means someone's not coming to your table and actually putting food down. And you're tipping them. You're ordering from, like, I think it's a computer system, right?
Yeah.
For breakfast and lunch, and then they transform the restaurant, and at night it's dinner and it's table service where you'll have a waiter or waitress to come and take care of you. And I want to say it's the only restaurant that does that, but I'm not sure. Are there other
used
ones?
To be. There are others now.
I think they're changing that, and they're starting to do that more. Dinner's very popular in Disney World. People want to sit down. They have long days, but this gives them an opportunity to fit more people and move more people through in the early portions of the day. Lunch is a really good idea, especially if you're on a budget.
Yep.
You can go for lunch. It's gonna be a lot cheaper than dinner.
And
than sit down would be.
Sometimes the ADRs for that, just like Cinderella's Royal Table, gets filled up really quick. So if you can't get an ADR, advance on a reservation, then it's good to do the lunch or the breakfast for that.
You still get a good experience. They have really good sandwiches and baguettes and soups and stuff like that. So that's probably the top place to eat at this point in Magic Kingdom, I would say. It's the hardest place to get into.
Yeah, it definitely is past Cinderella's Royal Table.
Yeah. Just because Cinderella's Royal Table, which is actually the restaurant in the castle, it's very expensive. So it's another tier of above Be Our Guest. So it is expensive.
But you do get to meet Prince Charming and Cinderella in her castle.
The fairy godmother, which is some characters that are very hard to find in the parks. So you do get a special experience there.
Yep. So let's go to our next land. Where do we want to go? Right and go to Tomorrowland?
Can we go to Liberty Square?
Let's go to Liberty Square.
I love Liberty Square.
I was going to say that's one of my favorites.
Yeah. It's very much overlooked because it's a passway through. It's more like a hallway rather than a land. But for me, it's my favorite ride in all of Magic Kingdom, which is the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, so that's part of Liberty Square.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's at the very top. I just can't. I can't ride that ride enough. I just can't. I love it. I love it so much.
I do too. The music is
perfect.
Oh, it's so awesome. And the effects. I mean, some of them are extremely cheesy.
Yeah.
But Pepper's ghost effect and all that stuff. The ballroom scene.
Where the ghosts are dancing around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the ballroom scene's cool.
Yeah.
The Pepper's ghost, is that the one where you're riding up the stairs and it's in the mirror, or is that?
Well, actually, the ballroom scene is a Pepper's ghost effect.
Okay.
But anytime something is reflected, to present that ghost.
I got you. Okay.
That's Pepper's ghost.
Okay.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Always learn something.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, me either.
It was a vaudeville technique that they would use with glass and projection and
cool.
Or an off-stage performer and using reflection in glass to kind of produce that ghost look and feeling. So yeah, it's I think that's a hallmark.
Easily. Every time I go to Magic Kingdom, I don't care what I'm doing, I always ride that ride.
Now, you haven't seen the new queue.
How have they changed it?
Oh,
what do they do now?
So now,
tell me about it.
So they've kind of outshot, and there's a new interactive queue. So when it gets crowded, you go through, and there's an organ that you can play on the stone, and different effects and stuff that you can do in the interactive queues. I think that's the new thing for Disney is interactive queues to kind of occupy the time while you're in line, and that's
Definitely.
one of the big ones that. And my daughter played, and we weren't, there wasn't even a line.
You just went and did it.
We just went and did it.
That's awesome.
And there was actually a good chunk of people that were just there playing with the interactive queue, and there wasn't even a line to get in.
That's cool.
So that tells you how good that is to kind of be.
They get you immersed while you're waiting in line. It's not like you're waiting in line at a regular theme park.
Right.
You're immersed in the ride before you even. The doors open. Literally, the doors open to the Haunted Mansion. So before those doors open, you're already in the ride.
Yeah, and in my opinion, the cast members at the Haunted Mansion, they're on par with one other attraction in Hollywood Studios with Tower of Terror. They're given kind of carte blanche to kind of be as creepy as you can be and be family friendly at the same time.
Have you been during Halloween?
I have.
They go to the next level.
They
put cobwebs in their hair, and they look like ghosts, and it's great. They're
ghost
awesome.
Host.
It is.
The ghost host.
It is. It's an amazing ride. We can't talk enough about that ride. It's just so good.
So I think we should devote a single episode just to the Haunted Mansion. Maybe we'll talk history, and we'll talk some of the music and everything.
We have to talk shopping now. They opened up a Haunted Mansion store right outside. I haven't even been there. Actually, I would really love if you went there and took a few photos when you leave.
Is that where the Fast Pass kiosk used
It's
to
right
be?
across from Columbian Harbor House.
Right. That's exactly right. Yep.
Which we need to talk about that
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be awesome. Like, only things Disney used to do a lot where they would have like T-shirts that you would get at a shop, and then those T-shirts you could get everywhere. Well, now they're doing more like, if you want this item, you can get it from this one store.
Oh, wow.
And if you want this item, you can get it in Epcot. And it's really cool. So this Haunted Mansion store is like things you can only get there. And one of the cool things is you can get your pictures taken, and they make it look like you've died. So it's like a hologram. So you can put it on your wall when you walk by. It's a regular photo, and then it's a skeleton behind you. And like, you can only get that done there.
Right.
And so, they really do really neat things
Yeah.
with the theming of they never had any gifts for like Haunted Mansion. It's it's always been this huge thing, but it's just awesome. So,
well, the new thing in Liberty Square is the Muppets.
Yep.
And I can't wait to see that. But throughout the day, the Muppets come out and kind of tell a particular thing in American history from their point of view,
which is really cool. It's supposed to be hilarious.
It is hilarious.
It's like mini meet and greets.
I've watched one on YouTube, but I kind of want to be surprised to see it. But it looks really funny, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I think the Hall of Presidents is closed right now.
It closes on the day of the inauguration. He's only sighing because he's gonna be there during it, which stinks. But they are closing it for the inauguration for the new president. And they'll revamp that. Yeah. And that should be open, I would think, by March or April.
March-ish, yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of stinks.
Yeah. I love that attraction.
I think one of the things I remember is that, like, the animatronic, you sit in the theater and then the stage rotates.
Oh, no. That's in
Are you Carousel of Progress?
Yes, he's Carousel of Progress.
I remember Lincoln talking to us.
Yeah, the stage doesn't rotate. But they do, the animatronics of the presidents are, they're out.
So is the Hall of the Presidents?
It's cool to be, like, they literally, it's like George Washington, and each president says their name, and like, that's just, it's very moving. From like an American
speech was really, really good.
Right.
And his animatronic has really kind of pushed the envelope.
They've gotten better.
Yeah,
like, you can actually see them progressing. Yep. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with the next president, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. Awkward silence.
That's for another podcast.
That is. So let's leave. I mean, other than the food, I forgot Liberty Tree Tavern and Columbia Harbor House. Yeah, those are.
So is it safe to assume that Harbor House has really, really good seafood?
Yeah, it's a quick service.
It's a quick service.
Okay.
Fish and chips, fried shrimp. There's crab cakes.
Stuff like that.
But it's good.
Okay.
It's good. It's
food.
not that expensive.
Right.
You get good portions.
Okay.
We'll touch more on it when we do quick services in Magic Kingdom, because it's definitely a top one.
It's top one or two.
Yeah.
Quick services in
nice.
Magic Kingdom. That's really good.
Awesome.
And then Liberty Tree is basically Liberty Tree Tavern. Is that what they call it? It's basically Thanksgiving
every day,
family style.
Oh wow!
So basically, you sit down at your table with however big your group is. They set out stuffing and mashed potatoes and meats and green beans and bread and cranberry sauce, and it's basically Thanksgiving but family style, and that's a table service. So that's always good, and it's fun in the middle of summer when you're far enough away from Thanksgiving that you want to eat Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah, that's good.
That's awesome.
All right, where do we go?
I guess we're on to Frontier, huh?
On Frontierland, yeah.
Yeah. So that has your favorite coaster, right?
Right, the
Big Thunder Mountain Road.
That's it. Yes.
Yes.
That is my favorite coaster. Yes. Okay, so that's in Frontierland.
Yep.
Yeah. Because I'm not a big fan of coasters, but that is like the one that's just.
It's a happy medium coaster. It
exactly.
really is.
It's not too crazy, not too many loops, but it's not,
I think it's got something for everybody.
Yeah. I agree. That's like if your kids have never ridden a roller coaster and you need to take them on their first roller coaster, it's perfect.
Yep,
it's not too scary. But I definitely agree that ride is amazing. And then the other big ride there is definitely Splash Mountain, which we touched on a little bit. Definitely a water attraction. You can get pretty wet on that.
Yep,
Great in the summertime. My wife hates that ride.
Oh, really?
Every time I'm on that ride with her, first of all, I pretty much force her to go onto it because I'm like, you have to. I get her on. She just shoves her head under my arm the entire time. and closes her eyes and literally has a panic attack. But
Wow.
and I'm dying the entire time. I'm loving it.
So it basically tells this story of Brer Rabbit and Brer Fox.
Yep.
And Brer Bear, the Uncle Remus story, and Zippity Doo Dah is the big song. There's
Okay.
a big show number. So it's a dark ride. It's got all these show elements. You're on this carved out wood canoe kind of thing, and then of course the big fall at the end. So
Yeah.
it's
fun.
It's a fun.
It's great.
fun
It's a great ride.
It's a great ride. So yeah, Frontierland for me. When growing up, that was my favorite land. Just because I was enthralled by cowboys and that the out west kind of feel.
Yeah.
They do a real good job of getting that Country Bear Jamboree.
Yep.
Oh, that's there. Okay,
Yeah.
That's where they every hour they animate, right?
Yeah.
The heads on the wall kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's a lot of fun. I remember that.
Yep. That is a lot of fun. So let's go into Adventureland.
Hold on.
Oh.
We're dining,
Oh.
to do, which is like one of my favorites, and it's Pecos Bills.
Oh yeah, that's a great. Oh, I forgot about.
It's a
Pecos
great
Bills.
quick service,
Yep.
especially when you're on that side of the park.
Yep.
They have burgers, and they've really changed their menu. Have you looked
Yeah,
at
it's
it
called
recently?
Southwest.
It
Yeah.
really has, which is
Yeah.
cool. So they do like a Southwest burger, fajitas, a taco burger, and they have like a nacho bar set up so you can like make your own nachos. So they've gone more Southwest. They used
Yeah,
to be
the
like
pictures
burgers,
were- yeah.
fries, hot dogs.
Okay.
But that wasn't. They've tried to change their quick services now to be themed.
Yep.
And so I'm excited to try it. But Pecos Bills is nice. Also, it's huge,
Yeah.
so you can always find a table. It's pretty easy to get in and out of.
Nice.
So I definitely recommend that to
Yeah.
the listeners.
Here's a little hack that I would do is the parade generally starts from right outside of Pecos Bills.
Yeah.
So it's great to kind of go there, grab a quick bite, and then go outside and watch the parade.
Yep.
So it's a good way to kind of get your place for the parade. And as the main street really fills up quick,
Very.
and you have to get there early to kind of see it. So doing it in Adventureland right there is a great way to see the parade without having to wait around forever.
I agree.
Yep. All right. So now can we walk?
I will allow you to move on.
turn the corner and go around Pecos Bill and go right into Adventureland.
Yes.
And what's the first thing we see when we get into Adventureland?
From that side?
Yeah.
Isn't that Pirates?
Pirates. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just so good.
It is so good. I actually really like the Johnny Depp.
Expansion?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be corny.
I did too.
And I was like,
I was kind of anti-it.
Yeah, me too.
And
I'm actually excited for the new movie this year. It's been long enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Without them. That I'm really excited. His character is amazing.
He is, without a doubt, Sparrow. Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh, yeah. No one else could play his part.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm a fan.
Me too.
So Pirates, you've ridden Pirates, you know Pirates.
Yes.
I think everybody.
Yeah, and like, even though the technology is older compared to some new stuff, it's just it's fun, it's engaging. If I remember the ride, the boats are pretty good size.
Oh yeah,
and
I'd
it
say
looks
probably
like
four across.
Yeah, and as far as
three of us.
Yeah, three. It's true.
Let's be real.
We're like a third of another person attached to our bodies.
What a good day. But yeah, it's just like, I remember this like wide cavern, and then just fully immersed. You're always turning your head because you're afraid you're going to miss something.
Yeah.
And then the skeletons, some of them move, some of them don't. And if
It's
you don't
awesome.
know which ones you're going to move if it's your first time.
And then the yo-ho, yo-ho is just like
Yep.
one of the greatest songs, you know?
Yeah.
I just love it. I always leave it smiling so freaking hard.
Yeah.
I just so excited when I leave it.
Yeah, and I could actually run around and do it again.
Oh.
Every time.
Oh yeah, me
There's
too.
never a line.
If it's the wait's under 20 minutes, that means that basically there's just no line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's 30 minutes, it's like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You just do it. You just hop on.
Yeah,
It.
it's like
it's worth it.
It's great.
And it's a great way to kind of escape the heat too. Because on that side of the park, it can get really, really warm, and it's a good place to escape the heat.
Yep.
So Adventureland, it doesn't have a ton of stuff, but the stuff that does, like the Jungle Jungle Cruise, I love the Jungle Cruise.
That
and it's
is-
corny, it's cheesy,
awesome.
but if you get the right skipper, man, he works up the puns.
Did you get a chance to ride that one?
Is that the one where like the animals pop out of the?
Yeah, but they're like fake.
But fake. And,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
really corny.
Clearly
Yeah,
fake,
that was
yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
As corny
and
as it is, it's like you can't
It's
wait.
it's the greatest, and they just did a refurbishment of it last year or 2 years ago, where they just kind of cleaned it up made it just look a little more fresh, but the same idea. It's amazing.
And they do a holiday overlay as well with it called the Jingle Cruise, and it
They like
literally
wrap
is-
presents and stick them in the river, and they put like bows on the animals.
Does
and it's
the tour
hilarious.
guide have a gun he shoots too? Do I
Yeah,
remember?
it's like it's like a fake, like a little
corny,
cap
like
gun.
a
Yeah,
cap
it's
gun, yeah.
real corny,
Yeah,
but I
but-
laugh every time.
Yeah, that was fun. I remember that.
Yeah, that is
yeah,
awesome.
If we ever, when we get big, and we will, we'll have a mouseTalks meet on the Jungle Cruise.
Oh yeah,
And we'll get all of us on a couple boats, and we'll just have fun with
yeah,
it.
we definitely have to do that.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
The I guess Aladdin, the carpets, they consider that.
Yeah, that's
Like, I would
yeah.
guess that would be the other ride.
Yeah,
That's very similar to Dumbo, just spins in a circle.
it's a spinner.
Yeah,
Oh,
nothing
So-
special.
not like
You're on a
Pe-
magic
not,
carpet.
Not like Peter Pan. Like
No,
No.
Okay.
literally,
It's just a
around and
spinner.
around. It's a carnival
Yeah.
spinner.
okay.
Dining. So my favorite thing in all of Walt Disney World is here
Oh,
Do you know what that is?
Aisle?
at Aloha Isle, and that
Yeah.
is the Dole
Dole
Whip.
Whip.
The Dole Whip.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a Dole Whip?
I don't think so. No.
So do you like pineapple?
I do.
Okay, so it's basically like pineapple ice cream, and it's amazing. And then they make a Dole Whip float with pineapple ice cream and then Dole juice instead of like a root beer float with root beer. It's Dole juice,
Oh.
and
So it's good for you.
It's delicious.
Yeah. It's good for
it's
you.
all it's all sugar. And it's amazing.
It is really good. I mean,
We're gonna be sitting two across
in
in Pirates when we're eating those things.
You do wait in line for that most of the time,
But it's
so worth it.
Okay.
Super hot. Get one of those.
Because
It's
there's
better
two
than getting
places
ice cream.
that you can get that. One is in the Polynesian.
Correct.
The other is Aloha Isle
Right.
in Adventureland.
Wow.
And in the Polynesian, they do an adult version.
Yeah.
We'll leave
Oh,
it.
yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. We'll discover that on another podcast.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's awesome. And in the Polynesian, it used to be self-serve. So basically, you would pay for one, put like a container underneath it, and then just pull down.
And just go.
Oh wow.
And never stop.
And you would get like the side eye real bad from the cast members because they'd be like, "You need to stop now. Like you didn't favor that, but like, you would just keep going." They've taken that away from you, which is a total bummer. But I understand
And a
why.
wise financial move from the
Yes.
original Disney company.
It's very wasteful. We don't want to be wasteful. They do give you a nice sized portion, but that's the best. It's my favorite snack to beat the heat. It's just good. It's just great.
It's great. It's great. And I'm sure we'll touch that again when we do their snack episode.
Oh, definitely.
Ooh.
Snacks. Love me some snacks.
Snack episode.
So we've hit Adventureland. Oh no, you gotta the tiki room.
And the tiki room.
Yeah, the enchanted tiki room
That is just old.
it's so classic.
It is.
It is an original, but I go every time.
Fun fact: the original tiki room in Disneyland.
Yeah.
They took some of the artifacts from that, and they put it into a new bar that they have in the Polynesian. So
Trader Sam's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trader Sam's, which makes some really cool drinks. When we talk about the resorts, we'll touch on that. But they moved some of the original artifacts to
Oh,
Walt
nice.
Disney World,
Nice.
like the volcano and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. So it's kind of cool. But
Wow.
we'll talk about that later. But I always love to know that Disney doesn't just tear stuff down when they refurbish and build new.
Right,
They use it in other parks and in other places all over the world. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah. So let's jump over Main Street
Yep.
and head into Tomorrowland.
This is the last one.
This is the last
This
one.
is sad.
Oh.
But Tomorrowland is great.
Oh, I love Tomorrowland.
Yeah, me too.
So Space Mountain's in there, right?
Space Mountain.
Yes.
Yeah, that is the headliner. Indoor coaster. There's two coasters.
Yep.
Little known fact that they're identical coasters. They're mirror images.
Mm-hmm.
And one is 3 feet longer because it goes over
The other.
But it basically is Alpha Track and Omega Track. And you
In Space Mountain.
in
there.
Space Mountain.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So-
the one that's in the dark some of
Yep.
the time, or
With
most
the
of the time.
stars. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a great coaster. I think it tops out at a whole 23 miles an hour.
I would definitely say
Whoa.
it's
But-
the biggest thrills in Magic Kingdom would probably be Space Mountain. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love Space Mountain, even though it's not a fast coaster per se. It was one of the earlier tubular steel coasters in the world, and then to put it indoor, and then to put two of them intertwined in that space.
Right.
It's just...
It was ahead of its time.
Yeah, way ahead of its time.
Right.
I have a question. There's one part I remember where there was a ride, and it might not have been an official ride. It could have been the monorail from I remember, but you actually got to see part of Space Mountain from that ride, like a behind the scenes.
Yeah. That's like my favorite ride ever.
I
okay.
love that
What
ride.
ride is that?
It's called People Mover.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah.
It
Okay.
is
It's actually the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover.
I just call it People Mover.
Been renamed from the Wedway People Mover to the People Mover to the Tomorrowland Transit Authority.
Sorry, I'm old school, I guess.
Yeah. And
It's
go ahead.
amazing.
I love it.
I will sit on that ride and do loops and loops and loops and never get off.
Yeah, because
It's
very
so
rarely
relaxing.
Is it crowded?
Very
Get on it.
rarely. It just moves and moves and moves. Basically, it gives you an overview of not just Space Mountain, but all of Tomorrowland.
Okay.
So if you remember, it was like it's open air, and then it'll go in the different rides.
Yeah.
And when you're in the different rides, like you go through, like the Buzz Lightyear ride, and you actually see people shooting on Buzz Lightyear. And
Okay. Yeah.
You go through Space Mountain, you see the coaster going, and
I remember that's awesome. Yeah.
and it's like, it's pretty long.
Yeah.
It's pretty long.
It is.
I would say it's like 5 minutes.
No, it's probably longer than that. It's probably a good 9-10 minutes.
It's
I think.
long, yeah.
If we had a producer that could pull that information up for us quickly, we'd have. But yeah, I'm with you. I really love that attraction, and for me, it's a good way to kind of chill out. And here's a little hack. We did it during the fireworks. And you can actually watch the fireworks from on the ride, and there's nobody on it when the fireworks are going, because everybody's out in the main street looking at the fireworks.
Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover.
Yes.
Ride length, 10 minutes and 3 seconds.
Look at that.
That's pretty good. Huh. It's definitely, I would say it's one of the best. It just is fun. It's just great.
It's a great diversion.
Relaxing.
It's relaxing.
If it's hot, you're always moving, so you get wind in your face. And a lot of the cast members, some of them make you get off and go down, but a lot of them allow you.
Nobody waiting.
There's no one waiting.
All.
And hey, can I just ride it again? Yeah, sure. Yeah. And you can ride it again. So it's awesome.
I agree. And Carousel Progress, Buzz Lightyear is one of my favorite. Was it Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin?
Yep.
And it's like an indoor laser tag. You fight against Zorg and all of his minions. That's a lot of fun. You can play it against the person next to you, racking up points and scoring. Yeah, it's fun.
That's cool.
Monsters Inc. Laugh 4 is there. You don't want to be that guy, or maybe you do want to be that guy.
That guy is funny.
That guy is funny.
What do you mean, that guy?
They pick somebody out of the and put the camera on him, and he's that guy. And,
and so they just tell a joke, and then and you don't want to be that guy, and then they just show the camera on him. It's always like a dad, and he's always just like just looking around, and that's what it's supposed to be. It's just funny.
That's awesome. I love that kind of interaction.
Yeah, that's one of the best things. When we talk about each area of the park, we'll get more into that, but that is super 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 fun.
So I think that kind of is our overview of the Magic Kingdom. It's Magic Kingdom.
A pretty good
condensed.
overview.
It was. Yeah, not only was it
I wanted to keep
informative,
talking.
Yeah, but it was like strategic, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like you could have taken notes and you're like, all right, we're gonna be there tomorrow and we're gonna follow this step by step.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think as an overview, it did that. The strategy works, but I think we can get even more strategic in the future and kind of lay down. Here are the things you need to do in which order. And
we did forget one thing though.
Oh, what did we forget?
What do you end your day with in Disney?
Oh, yeah, we did forget.
So there used to be a big parade, the Electrical Light Parade, which they moved to Disneyland. So now you can see that there, which I think it originally started there.
It started there, yeah.
Then they brought it to Disney World. Now it's back there. They're working on a nighttime parade. No information about that now. But my favorite fireworks show of all time is Wishes. And Wishes is the fireworks show in front of Magic Kingdom, in front of the castle. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's incredible. And usually there's some sort of stage show, depending on the season or whatever,
Right,
beforehand.
Now
and
they're
then,
doing projections.
yep, on the castle, which
Yep.
is cool. And I just can't tell you how awesome
Disney
it
does
is. You have,
fireworks.
yeah,
They
this
spend
isn't.
so much money on fireworks.
It's ridiculous. This is not 4th of July at your county fair.
No.
This isn't. It's incredible. And if you could agree with me, there's no bad place to see it.
No.
Whether you're in front of
No.
the castle, I like seeing it halfway up Main Street.
Yeah.
Watching it from the Polynesian, or if you're on the top of the Contemporary watching it at California Grill, it's perfect every time.
I mean, the show is designed to be seen from midway up Main Street.
Right.
That's where it's designed to be seen. So that's where you're going to get prime seat. But you're right.
But there are some fireworks that are more 360 feeling,
Yep.
like you're
Yep.
immersed, and you only really get those if you're more in front of the castle.
Right, at the hub, yeah.
But it's still like it. There's not a bad.
No, there's not
a bad seat in the house.
Anywhere. I mean, I like your idea of doing the Polynesian.
Sitting on the
we were
beach
there,
there is just awesome.
Yeah, we did Ohana, and then afterwards came out and watched it on the beach. It's pretty spectacular. But Wishes is, it's the music that goes with it. They just do it all. I mean, it's so well timed, so well themed that the fireworks are spectacular, and it's a great way to end the night.
It's perfect.
Yeah, great way to end the night. And as a great way to end the night is a great way to end the show.
I agree.
And so you've been listening to mouseTalks, and we've done our Magic Kingdom Condensed. And Christian, where can they find us?
Well, Terry, thank you for offering that. They can find us at mousetalks.com, Instagram as mousetalks, Twitter mousetalksmagic, Facebook page mousetalks as well. So we're all over the web now. We're growing, spanning virally. It's like an outbreak. It's awesome. Phil, anything to add while we wrap things up here?
I don't think so. I think we killed it.
Yeah.
I think we did a great job.
Yeah. And if I may, before we go, we are doing so well. We're at 40 followers now on Twitter.
Oh, wow.
So
we've increased that quickly.
Was it 10 just at this session, I think, right? We
I
had,
think so.
give or take. So
It'd be exciting to see where we're at next time.
yeah, so this is awesome. So thank you very much for all those that are following us and continue to follow us, because this is why we do it. We love sharing and just love your participation. So please keep coming.
Don't forget to send your questions.
Facebook,
what's the email?
Questions at mousetalks.com.
There it is.
All right. Till next time. See you, everybody.
Have a good night.
Thank you.